Welcome back as we continue our extended interview with Indiana Secretary of Commerce David Rosenberg. And Secretary Rosenberg, we were talking about big investments, Samsung SDI, Stellantis, General Motors, a number of big companies making big investment. When you look at those plants, those are significant in and of themselves. But then you look at the supply chain, the suppliers that will locate as part of that. How big is that?
It's huge. When you look at Kokomo with Stellantis and Samsung SDI, $6 billion of investment in the Kokomo area. We expect their supply chain alone to bring about an additional $2 billion of investment, thousands of high-paying jobs. And so really having those industries that we've never had before in the semiconductor space, the EV battery space, those have a long lead time that continue to provide benefit for the state.
I want to talk about the biggest economic development project in state history. Eli Lilly and Company, a massive manufacturing complex in the LEAP Innovation District in Boone County. That project well underway now. Is it on time, and what do you anticipate the impact is going to be there, again, from suppliers and others that are going to come?
Absolutely, it's tremendous, and it's tremendous to get that investment from a homegrown company, $3.7 billion investment in the LEAP district. And it really underscores that 70% of the deals that IDC invests in are expansions of existing companies. The attractions get a lot of the attention, but 70% are those businesses already operating here that are looking to grow and expand. I think that underscores our stable business environment, the workforce and talent that we have, and the ability for a company to remain profitable long term here.
I want to do an update too. A lot of attention played to the water supply to the LEAP Innovation District and a plan to bring it from the Wabash River. That's been put on hold. It's going to be studied. Give us an update on where things stand.
No, I appreciate the question. And Indiana has an abundance of water, and the plan has always been to study it. Right now, our partners at IFA are gathering all the data necessary that should Indiana be selected by a high water user for an economic development project here in Indiana, that we will have all the data necessary to make an informed decision on how to move forward.
Yeah, IFA, the Indiana Finance Authority, and they're doing a big study on it that probably be out later this year?
Correct.
Okay. Let's talk about the pipeline, because that's certainly a big part as we look ahead. Late last year, you went to the state to say, hey, this deal closing fund that exists, we need money out of it to attract two massive deals. One, $100 million in incentives for a $4 billion investment, 2,700 jobs. Another $3 billion, 800 jobs. Two big projects. Are they going to happen?
Well, I'm limited in what I could say, but we feel very strong about one and feel very, very good about another as well. And it just underscores the overall business development pipeline that we have in the state. It remains robust with nearly $100 billion of opportunity. Again, Indiana has proven on a world stage now that as we're going after these economies of the future, thanks to the governor, thanks to the General Assembly, we have the tools, we have the land, we have the talent and workforce, we have the educational institutions that companies are looking for. It's not just about getting the highest dollar amount in an incentive package that you can get. I think Stellantis has proved that, where Michigan offered nearly $1 billion of incentive and our offer was nearly 20% of that, but they still chose to come to Indiana because we can offer that full package in terms of workforce and talent, education, communities where people want to grow. So it's not just always the dollar amount, but it's being business friendly. It's having all those amenities that the companies are looking for.
How about that workforce piece? You talk about a lot of job commitments, a lot of concern. Hey, do we have those workers, the workers that are needed? You mentioned Ivy Tech and the role that it's playing. How's the workforce situation?
It's strong, and the governor in his State of the State announced the one place to stop where you can go and get career training and find out what's out there. And it's really starting to look at workforce as a supply and demand. We know based on our pipeline what the demand will be in terms of jobs over the next 10 years. Really bringing along and working with the educational institutions, other state agencies, the private sector to ensure that we're training up that supply in terms of the workforce, having the credentials, the certificates, the training that's needed to fill those jobs we know are coming within the next 5 to 10 years.
Marketing the state is a big deal. The NBA All-Star Game's coming up here in just a few weeks, a global opportunity. As IEDC going to be involved in marketing Indiana to companies here?
Absolutely. The governor in his legislative rollout said this year is about sell, sell, sell. There's so many good things going on across the state. We need to do a better job of telling our story. So this week at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, we launched our Indiana For the Bold brand. That's going to be the brand that carries us throughout the year, announcing all the incredible things that are going on, and we'll certainly make the All-Star Game the global attraction that it is.
Yeah, and quickly, the Global Economic Summit launched that 2 years ago, I guess. You're going to do it again this May.
Yes, this May. Registration opens later this month. In 2022, we had over 30 delegations come from foreign countries to talk about and discuss the big ideas that are happening and how we can move towards solutions. We want to make 2024 even bigger and more impactful.
David Rosenberg, Indiana Secretary of Commerce, really appreciate you taking the time to be here. We'll talk to you soon.
Great. Thanks, Gary.